Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. My name is Jordan. You can find me on all socials at Jordy B Writing.
And I'm Darius. That's D's all up in the area on all socials.
The movie we're going to be reviewing today is The Nutty Professor. This came out in 1996, starring Eddie Murphy times seven, Jada Pinkett Smith, James Coburn, Larry Miller, Dave Chappelle, John Ales, and Jamal Mixon. Nutty Professor is about a shy, obese professor named Sherman Klump who develops a miraculous weight loss serum, hoping to win the affection of colleague Carla Purdy, played by Jada. He tested on himself, transforming into the thin and arrogant, womanizing Buddy Love. As Buddy's obnoxious personality threatens to take over Sherman's life and career, Sherman must confront his alter ego and learn to embrace his true self. So I'll toss it to you for Act One.
All right, Act One, we're going to call The Pursuit of Love. Professor Sherman Klump, brilliant but insecure about his weight, is smitten with Carla Purdy. His attempts at romance are hindered by his size and self-doubt, leading him to seek a scientific solution to his struggles and win her affection. I don't think his attempt at romance were hindered at all. He got a date. But beside the point, I want to start by saying RIP to Richard Simmons. Shout out to Pride Month and all of that.
Yeah,
So I saw he's like literally the first on-screen character. And I was like, I had not seen him in a while, realized he had died, so RIP to
Eddie, right?
him. And
That
what'd
was
you say?
Eddie. That was
First
Eddie.
the
Yeah, that
first
was Eddie.
character on screen was Richard Simmons.
No, that was Eddie.
No shit, really? This wasn't
He
the
was
real
doing
Richard
it. Yeah,
Simmons?
he was doing an impression of Richard Simmons.
No shit. Well,
Yes.
RIP to Richard. It was so good I didn't realize it was an impression. So RIP to Richard
I thought it
Simmons.
was.
And happy Pride
But
Month,
yeah, R.I.P.
people,
to Richard Simmons.
to
Happy
our
Pride Month.
LGBTQ
QIA plus.
listeners. Yeah, happy Pride. Hope you have a good time this month. Be safe out there. So
Yeah. Happy Gay
uh
Month since you gay and stuff.
what you got for Act One, man?
uh, for Act One, I'm a big fan of like old movies. So this is actually a remake of the original version made by Jerry Lewis. Eddie Murphy's a big fan of his. He also went on to do a remake of Dr. Dolittle is a remake of the original movie that Jerry Lewis also starred in. So I think that's pretty dope. Um, I want to shout out the makeup artist on this movie because he was incredible.
Didn't they win an
Rick,
award or something?
yeah, he won an Oscar for it. Rick Baker. He also did the makeup on Life too. Frequent Eddie Murphy collaborator.
Aged well too. It didn't. None of it looked dated.
No, it didn't. Not at all.
I mean, the camera was like, the resolution was not
Resolution
modern,
wasn't great.
but
Right.
no, like the makeup looked it didn't look dated. Like if you
Not at
didn't,
all.
it's Eddie Murphy because you know it's Eddie Murphy, but
Right.
no, it doesn't look fake. It looks a lot like life, which makes sense because it's
It
third
looked,
person.
yeah, it looks
So
a lot like Norbit too.
yeah,
Um, I also want to say one of my favorite scenes or lines, I guess, in the movie is when they're having the family dinner and they're talking about how some people look better fat versus when they like lose weight.
yeah.
And I feel like it actually is true. Like when they talk about the Oprah and Luke thing, I was like, they really did look better big. Like they just look weird skinny. Like I'm not. They did look sick. I mean, I hope they weren't sick, but they did look sick when they got skinny though.
Luther made better music when he was big.
He
Um,
did.
he did. Oprah, honestly, I don't. She's been skinny so long. I don't even remember what she looked like big. But yes, I agree that those are the two examples. Um, honestly, those dinner scenes are just Eddie Murphy at his absolute best.
Yeah.
Like it's literally laughing out loud multiple times in those scenes.
Yeah.
The second one, which we'll get to later, but it's just
Right.
that's not easy, man, to just be funny because
No.
he's each of these characters, so he's filming it probably separate times and he's being funny with nothing. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm sure they had stand-ins, but
Right.
it's just him playing off of himself
Literally.
with just I think the kid is the only one at the table that isn't him.
Yeah.
So
And then you have to, none of that, you have to remember what you said as the other character
yeah.
and be able to respond and react to that. Yeah,
Uh
he's a different kind of, he's a different talent, man.
there's a reason why he's him. I will say, speaking of different kind of talent in elite comics, Dave Chappelle's character is supposed to be a parody of comedians. You know, he just has no jokes. He's doing all crowd
Yeah.
work. It's lectures,
Right.
and that's basically just stand-up comedy now.
Right now. That's it.
It's
It's
just
just like,
standing
wait,
up
where
there,
are you
no
from?
material. Yeah,
Who are you sitting with? That's your mom? Why you don't have
yeah.
a girlfriend?
It's just I am really really down on stand-up comedy these days. I don't
Yeah, it's
just
gotten,
I don't want it the TED Talks.
I
I
don't know
don't
what
want the
happened.
crowd work. Just get
I
up there and
don't.
tell jokes, man. You're not a philosopher. You're not a
Yeah.
politician. Just tell your jokes. Make me laugh. I'm not here
And
for a
even if you
political
do politics,
lecture.
make it
I'm not
funny.
here. I don't want any of that. Just tell the jokes. Like,
I don't know, man. George Carlin's one of the greatest, and he did political stuff all the time.
yeah, I hated his comedy.
What? I
Tell
thought he was
jokes.
brilliant.
Tell jokes.
I love George Carlin.
I mean, he would have been a great TED Talk. He would have been a great lecturer at a
He would have
college.
smoked a TED Talk for sure.
But I bought a ticket to hear jokes, and you're not telling jokes. So if you
But
want to go and be a
he
professor,
wasn't.
go to college, get a PhD, and get in front of a class and lecture them. But if I buy a ticket to hear jokes and you're just up there ranting about politics that
Yeah.
and you're not telling jokes, did you that it's false advertising.
But he wasn't
Anyways,
really wrong. All the shit he said back then is true today
right,
and
wrong,
true
left,
today.
right. I bought a ticket to hear jokes. I don't care. Yeah, I go to
Um,
political arenas for politics. I go
I
to a
feel you.
comedy show
Yeah.
to hear jokes. So
Um, did you know most of that scene was improvised?
I did not.
Yeah, a lot of that was improvised between Eddie and Dave. Um,
Oh, I got you. I got you. I thought you were talking about the dinner table, but yeah, that makes
no,
sense.
no. Yeah.
You have two of the greatest stand-up comedians to ever live.
Yeah,
I imagine this is Dave Chappelle before he even was the Dave Chappelle that we know today. So,
correct. Yo,
but
and that's another thing too. We got to give Eddie props for he put a lot of people on.
yes,
Like pretty much everybody we grew up idolizing was in his, they got their start in his shit.
no, he definitely spread the wealth because this wasn't Dave Chappelle's first credited acting, but this is the first
Right.
one anyone knows.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
was, and he killed it, and he was funny, and he actually he gave him space more than just a bit role. Because there's not actually a lot of
Yeah.
characters in this movie, but Dave
Really
Chappelle was
not.
one of
No.
them, and he gave a no-name comedian a prominent slot in what was at the time, a big movie. So
Yeah.
you are correct. So let me ask you
Um,
this: Did they basically invent Ozempic? Because I feel like,
I literally have that written down. I was like, that's base. He invented Ozempic.
yeah,
Uh,
it's quite topical.
yeah.
Yeah, he kind of just obviously had a much faster timeline because it has to be a movie. But
Right.
25 years ago, some random movie invented Ozempic. So there you have it.
Yeah. Pretty much. Um, I also want to say that the movie, like, it still holds up, but it didn't really age the best because stalking your coworker after meeting them in your office for 2 minutes is fucking insane.
He's like, I got your address from the file. That happened a lot in 90s movies because we did Love Jones, and I don't even know if we ended up dropping it. But
No, we
like
haven't
that's
dropped
how
that one yet.
he found her was he just kind of
You looked
popped
her
up at
up in
her
the phone.
house.
Oh, yeah, yeah, he found it in the her receipt or whatever, something like that. Or
So if I may offer, look, it's inappropriate, 100%. But if I may offer some context, this is before
yeah,
cell phones. This is before MySpace. This is before social media.
yeah, that's true.
If you didn't act on that address, you might never see this woman again.
That's true.
It was a difference. You couldn't just look up their name on Instagram and follow them and
Right.
try to build a rapport that way in a less invasive way. Like you really had to go for it if you met a girl because you might never see her again. So,
That's true. That's a good point.
just contextualize the 90s. You have anything else for Act
That's
One?
fair. Um, it's interesting, like watching the movie now, like kind of knowing what we know now, like the fact that Eddie Murphy did more stand up in that movie than he's done in the last 35 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Stand-up's hard, man.
Yeah,
It's like
it's the scariest thing in entertainment.
once a stand-up comedian goes into movies and does other
They're
stuff,
done.
they rarely go back because
Yeah,
it's like kind of like once a writer gets a TV, get like a sports writer goes on TV, it's hard to go back to them empty Microsoft Word doc.
yep.
Like it's let me do a podcast, let me do some TV hits
Yeah,
because that Word doc is lonely, man.
I know that's a fact.
as someone that's I dabble in a little writing, I have a couple of half-baked novels. It's a lone that Word
Yeah.
doc.
Oh, listen, I'm not gonna hold you. Since we started doing the podcast, my poetry production has definitely slowed down.
Yeah, it's just when you can find a less isolating creative endeavor, you kind of
Correct.
it's natural to go to it because again, that Word doc is lonely.
That's a fact.
Want to get in Act Two?
Yeah.
Act Two, we're gonna call The alter ego's rise. Sherman's experimental serum transforms him into the charismatic but obnoxious Buddy Love. While Buddy initially helps Sherman gain confidence and attention, his aggressive personality and actions create escalating problems and alienate those around him. The prompt was a lot about Buddy Love, but I just wanted to head back to Sherman real quick. He invited that woman to his house after one date,
Mhm.
to his family, like his to a dinner with his mama. After one date,
Yeah, he definitely did.
don't do
Uh,
that. That's a
don't
let's
ever do that.
don't ever do
Never
that.
do that. Not only
Um,
that, especially when your family is that, I don't even know the word, uncouth.
Gregarious, uncouth. Yeah, let's go with that. They well, so in their defense, most normal people don't bring a girl home until there's some sort of serious date five,
Yeah.
six situation.
And I think that was more of as a, I think she probably thought that was as a friend thing too, to be honest with you. I don't think that she ever thought they were dating.
So the first time when he was at her house,
Well, the
she asked,
first
"Are you
time,
asking
yeah.
me out on a date?"
Yeah, but I don't think he ever really recovered after the shit, after getting roasted
No,
by
no.
Dave.
Oh, well, I
I
mean,
don't
he
think
introduced her to his thinner, more attractive, more charismatic alter ego. I mean,
right.
you let the hen in the house. I mean, the fox in
Yeah.
the hen house.
Fox in the Hen House.
Yeah. So, what you got for Act Two, man?
Um, so that was my thing too, because it was just like it felt like she just was kind of going back and forth, like not using them, but it was like, okay, like I'm worried about Sherman, so I'm gonna ask Buddy, but I'm really interested in Buddy, so I'm gonna ask Sherman about it. Like I thought she was a
She cared
little
about Sherman, but Buddy turned her on. So,
correct. Yes, yeah.
primal
Also, don't
desires.
ask me about no other dude.
Well, he sent her. He put her. He let the fox in the hen house. He told her to
Yeah.
go out with him.
Well, because he
Uh,
thought he knew she was interested. I think he just didn't want
and
to.
also keep in mind, Buddy Love is him, so he's
Yeah, true.
uh, I mean, it's manipulative as hell, but he's asking
Right.
her out with him via this transformation chamber that he's created. So,
Correct.
um, look, I
Um,
mean, nobody covered themselves in glory in this movie. So,
nobody. I will say what I thought was interesting about this movie is a lot of movies where a character has an alter ego or develops split personality, whatever the case may be. The alter ego is used to protect the weaker shell or
yeah.
version of the character. But this one he completely is like, no, fuck that dude. I'm him. Be with me. Like,
Well, because the serum surged the testosterone levels, and
right.
testosterone naturally makes men more aggressive. So that makes sense, which is a nice little bit of writing there to explain the
Yeah.
difference, the personalities, flip. So I mean,
Right.
yeah, and also Buddy Love is also Sherman Clump, so he knows how insecure Sherman is, and
Hmm.
he knows how much Sherman enjoys being Buddy Love. I mean, I think it was Sherman who was talking to the nameless, faceless student that he had, and he was like,
Right. Hmm.
the way she looks at him, and so Sherman enjoyed the
Right.
ride as well. So
Yeah, that's true. Um, do you think Eddie was overacting as Buddy, or do you think that was needed considering the extra testosterone of the character?
there was some times there was a little much. The
Yeah,
comedy
I don't feel like
club
it.
where he's just like
The comedy stuffs didn't really age great in this movie, I feel like.
the once they got on stage together and he was mocking Dave Chappelle's character, it worked. But the
Yeah,
screaming from the crowd, the bad jokes,
yeah,
the juvenile potty humor just got old.
right.
So there
Yeah,
was definitely some scenes where he was like getting out of the Porsche and like screaming for her not to leave in front of. I was like, okay,
yeah,
but I mean, who's gonna check Eddie in 1996? Like,
yeah. You know what's
this is
funny? I
the
didn't
peak of
realize
his
though.
powers.
Well, actually, that's the thing. I didn't realize that was not the case in real time when they were making the movie. Because he obviously he blew up in the 80s,
Yeah.
but there was like a run where he had like a bunch of flops, and so his career was not on the line, but it was one of those like we weren't really they weren't really sure what was going to happen with which trajectory his career was going to go in until this movie came out, and it basically was his comeback. Because I think it was just after he got caught in the car with you know,
Happy Pride
so
Month.
she. So shit, it got a little cold for him out in the streets, you know. Uh,
Got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Big T.
That's why
Um,
it's funny how they like it's happened with Teddy Pendergrass too, and they just like We
Oh,
just
it
all
did? I
pretended
didn't
it
know
didn't happen. Yeah, that's the car
that.
accident that paralyzed him. He was with what's the a transgender sex worker
Person.
was in the passenger seat.
Ah. Oh,
Never
wow. I
was
did not know
explained.
that.
Never was explained why.
Yeah. It was the
Um,
70s, man.
uh, okay. I don't know what that. I wasn't around in the 70s. I was born in
I'm just
88,
saying,
so
I
I
think more people that we looked up to in the 70s were fluid than we knew in real time, I think.
sure.
Which is
But
fine, do your
happy
thing.
Pride Month to all
Yeah, happy
of our
Pride Month.
LGBTQ people.
We are an ally pod. Um, what was
Who is cooking all this
uh,
damn food? You know how hard it is to cook that much food at these dinner tables? It just like that was like
yeah,
did they eat like that every day?
it just made me hungry
It was just like piles and piles. Soul food
because
is
I think that
labor
was Sunday
intensive.
dinner. It was pile of food. It
I
is.
mean,
They
it
were
was
cooking like it was Thanksgiving
nighttime.
every night. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it just
nighttime.
was a lot. I saw a dude on the internet making a fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, greens, and red beans and rice plate. And I was like, I'm gonna do that. That's a
Hmm
2 day process, man. Like it's not like
Yeah, about to say, yeah, that's not
making cooking like that.
the greens alone is
It's
its own.
hours of stewing, and you have
Yeah,
to the chicken stock. It's just soul food is very
turkey
labor
necks.
intensive. There's a
Yeah,
reason why we eat it like twice a year, and it's Thanksgiving. Because it's a 2 to 3 day process to
right.
get that food all at the same time. So,
Yep.
what else you got for Act Two?
Trying to think. What else happened in Act Two? There was that date. Um, do you? Oh, I remember now. So, did
You
you feel like
froze.
there was a specific reason why that dean was like so keen on? Oh shit!
No, you're good. You're
You
good.
hear me?
You got back.
Okay, 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 okay. Do you feel like there was a specific reason that the dean like hated Clump so much? Like I know he was clumsy, or whatever, but it seemed like he just really had it out for him, and
It
I just
was
couldn't figure out why. Do you think it was because he was fat?
it was the movie being a movie and like
Yeah,
doing a sharp contrast between how Sherman was treated fat and versus how Sherman was treated
fair. That's fair.
thin. Um, and anyone who'll tell you where their weight fluctuates, I have someone whose weight has fluctuated. People do treat you differently.
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
movie was just doing an exaggerated version of that. And he was just like
right,
you know how you watch those old 80s movies, the high school movies where the school bully is just comically evil. It's like
right.
that, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
is that a real person? No, but like they need to, in a very heavy-handed way, illustrate how mean people were to Sherman in general. So,
Yeah, that's
um,
true. You're right.
it's poor writing. And they're telling, not showing, but what can you
Yeah.
do? I like the
I
movie,
will say
so
I did like that the movie did focus on that. Like I mean, yes, obviously Sherman was insecure
yeah,
because of his weight, but th- th- people act like when you're overweight, you being insecure is like just a reflection on yourself. It's like no, people do treat you
they
differently
do
and people
treat you
do
differently.
treat you less than and subpar and so on and so forth. So I think I like that the movie didn't gloss over that and make it where it's just like, oh, you're insecure because you're insecure. Because like, yeah, that's internal, but there's external pressures too.
And the thing is, once he went to Buddy Love,
Hmm
and even he saw the crash out, you know, like he didn't like what Buddy Love was, but
Right.
he loved the way people treat him. And
Right.
you know, you can it's so different and you don't realize it until you have been in both shoes. And it's
Right.
just you become addicted to it. Like I've never done like hard drugs, but I've smoked
hmm
weed, I've done shrooms, that kind of like obviously I drink, but like we got you. You're frozen.
Right.
I can hear
Yeah.
you,
Wait.
but you're frozen.
Shit.
All right, we're good.
Shit. I'm gonna go back out. I'm gonna go. Okay. Okay. Cool.
You good? We
We
got you.
good?
I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, so I've done weed and shrooms and I drink, but I can't imagine
hmm
any drug being more addicting and intoxicating to the way people treat you when you get fit.
Right.
It just
Positive
like
reinforcement.
the way I explain it to people is just like one day I was in the grocery store and people just started smiling at me, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" I was like, "I don't know, like what happened." But you know, you get used to the attention of it, and you get used to everyone just being friendlier and
No, yeah, that's a real
people
thing.
smiling
I
at
mean,
you, and it's just like you don't see it until you see it. I don't know
till
for
you
lack of a
don't
better
get you
word.
don't see it
Right.
until you get it, sort of thing. Yeah, it's very
Right.
true. Like I think on a lesser level for me, like when I started going to poetry, I started performing. Like I went from like someone who just was there to someone who was like they would see me on stage, and then they realized like I was really good,
Yeah.
and you kind of get that attention, that validation of like, are you performing tonight? Are you performing tonight? Are we gonna see you on the mic tonight? I came to see you perform tonight. I hope I get to see that kind of stuff. Like that
Yeah.
attention does get, it's like a drug. It really does become hard to like live without, so to speak.
And anyone who said, I mean, anyone who claims they don't like, I don't particularly like a lot of attention,
Hmm.
but anyone who says they don't like that feeling that they get is just full of shit.
Yeah, they're lying. They're
You know,
fucking
it's just
lying.
like when we walk into a bar that we're unfamiliar with and the cold and transactional nature of the interaction with the bartender, it's jarring. You're like, what?
It's confu I
It's
literally told that to
confusing.
I
Like,
told that to our friend, one of our homies the other day. I was like, when I go to other places and they don't like jump up and scream that I'm in the building, I get offended. Like,
yeah, it's
versus when we go to where we go, it's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, that's more like
Jump up and
it.
scream is strong, but yes, the warmth, acknowledgement, and
Right.
the fact that you don't you just it's like you treat it better, man. It's like being in first class versus being in coach. They just treat
Yeah,
beyond the leg space, you're just treated better,
right.
and that matters. Do you have anything else for Act Two?
Correct. Um, no, that's all I got for Act Two.
All right, we're gonna go into Act Three, which we will call the true self revealed. As Buddy's control over Sherman intensifies, the professor faces a critical choice between maintaining his superficial new persona or reclaiming his genuine self. He must confront the consequences of his transformation, embrace who he truly is. This is where the movie starts to go off the rails a little bit for me. It's just like okay, the car explodes and then he locks the kid in the room and then they go
Right.
to the.
Then
I
there's the
just There's
orgy.
the orgy and Eddie's. We start to unravel a little bit. But I enjoyed the movie, but this is where I started to lose me.
Yeah,
Luckily it
shit
was
got a
like only
little
the last
hectic
like
for
last
it
20
got a little
minutes.
yeah, it got a little hectic for no reason. I feel like it just got overly dramatic, I felt like.
Well,
Um
it was just so. I mean, it's a very insular movie. I mean, it's just Eddie Murphy, Jada Pinkett Smith, and the white dude. Like that's.
yeah, pretty much
It's like after an hour and 15 minutes with them, there's nothing left for them to do, so they just started
threw a bunch of
making
shit at the
threw a
wall.
bunch of shit
Yeah.
at the wall. Oh, Jada Pinkett, not her best performance, but she looked damn good in it. And
She did. She looked really good.
so I don't think I got for Act Three is a question, man. Do you think does Eddie Murphy taking all those roles bother you?
Oh, nah, because he's actually good at it. Like
Yeah,
it's if you didn't know it was him, you wouldn't know it was him. Like
it's
the way you
awesome.
didn't know he was Richard Simmons. But I'm so used to like seeing these multiple people. The second I saw Richard Simmons, I was like, no, that's Eddie. Because I've been watching him play other people my whole life. No, no, no. I
Basically,
think like it's like that's like asking like you get tired of watching Michael Jordan dunk? No,
yeah. But it's like,
it's what he does
was
best.
it a bit self-indulgent? Yes, but you do what you want when you
Hell
pop in.
yeah,
And
you do what you want when you pop in.
and that's it worked. Like sure, I'm sure some other actors would have liked a role or two, but Cedric the Entertainer could have been the pops. That's fine.
Yeah,
But you do what you want when you pop in, and he
but
wanted them all,
he
and he
wasn't gonna
nailed
be as
them,
good as Eddie.
and he wasn't gonna be
Yeah,
good. He nailed
yeah.
it. So,
Like I get bothered when Tyler Perry does plays multiple parts
oh
because he's
God.
not good at it. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, no, I didn't mind it at all. And I think in the vein of it being like a lot of slapstick and physical comedy,
I'm losing you.
best ever to do it at that particular brand of humor. So I'm always glad to see him do that. Ah, shit, got me.
A little bit. All right, we
Let me
good.
put on my hotspot. Okay,
We just have his
all
last
right.
act, so let's just power through. You're frozen. You need me to kick you out? Can you hear me? I'll kick you out. Take me away. Oh, coming in hot as a second person.
Oh shit. Uh,
All right, we got
huh.
three on the screen. You have anything else for Act Three?
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Well, yeah, I feel like her character, what's her name? Jada's character was like kind of crashing out at the end for no reason. Like when
It-
she,
Go ahead.
wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Oh yeah,
got you.
like when she got mad at him for like, um, for him being in the room with three girls was like y'all weren't dating, you were dating Buddy, and you just broke up with Buddy. I don't see what the problem is here. Even if
Uh,
which he didn't sleep with them, but even if he had, you were interested in Buddy. What's the problem?
they didn't give Jada a lot to work with in this movie. She held it down though. But yeah, that didn't make any sense. She was a young pretty thing and she thought that she could rule the world. And she got played by Buddy and she thought she could what she was coming to Clumps for was like the emotional support,
Right.
basically dog that she could just hug and make her
Hmm.
feel better. And when she gets there and he's part of the orgy, she just realizes that she had got the juice. And it hit her like
Yeah.
a ton of bricks. That's all it was. She thought she
Yeah.
could come over there and find him eating ice cream, watching a movie by
Being
himself in his
sad. Yeah.
pajamas. And and she came over there and he's like, shit, there's some bitches in the back, you gotta go. And that shit hit her like, like a ton of bricks and she wasn't feeling it. So that's all that
Yeah,
is.
she expected him to be pathetic and he wasn't.
Correct. That's all it was. She was expecting him to be an emotional support dog, and he wasn't. And well,
Yeah.
she didn't know that, but what she saw of it was that he was popping. So
Did not give that off. Right.
correct.
Um, yeah, and also like you have the audacity to be mad at me when you basically gave my job to another dude.
That
What are we talking about here?
yeah, which is major faux pas. Like just oh, you know his research. Go up there.
You
What you
just
think
you go just do it.
what you
Go
think he was
freestyle
doing?
the presentation.
Yeah,
It's like Buddy literally wanted everything Sherman had. Of course he was gonna try to steal the job from him.
that whole scene.
Um,
Turkey neck. I was like, oh man, this is getting off. This is getting rough.
yeah, honestly, yeah, the humor did not age great in this movie. I think I remember it being funnier when I was like a kid watching it. But it's
Honestly, the
funny.
funniest thing is the dinner scenes were hysterical. When the grandma is
Yeah.
like, "Are y'all having relations?" I laughed out loud. And she was like, "I got my wedding dress is white. Can you wear a white wedding dress?" That's hysterical. Like that was really funny.
Yeah,
But other than the dinner
yeah,
table scenes,
those
the comedy
funny.
is lacking.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't even crazy about the shit with Chappelle and Eddie together. Um, I, I think I feel the way about Act Two the way you feel about Act Three. Like Act Two for me, I was kind of like off it. I was like, okay, well, I don't know. I think because Sherman was more of a grounded character, I preferred those scenes,
Yeah,
even though Eddie's full Eddie as Buddy, but he was just so over the top. If he was at an 8, it would have been cool, but he was on like 12 the whole time, and it just got to be a lot to watch.
it was 90
Um,
minutes, and it should have been 90 minutes. I don't think they
yeah,
had any. They only had
they had
about
nothing left.
75 minutes of content.
Correct.
But they stitched it together. You have
Yeah,
anything
I think
else?
some of my favorite. Yes, to say, I think my favorite scenes were the bloopers at the end. To be honest with you, because he was
I
just
didn't say
being more like
those.
naturally funny than like trying to be funny, I guess.
I've never been crazy about Eddie's comedy, but I mean, I recognize him as an icon, but
Yeah,
like his best role to me was Life, and I don't even think that was that comedic. So, uh,
yeah. My favorite role of his is probably I'd go Dreamgirls, but I'm not mad at Life at all.
no.
I think he should have won the Oscar too for Dreamgirls. That shit was crazy. But um
What do you rate it, man?
honestly, I wasn't crazy about this movie. I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars.
I give it three. It was a nice little piece of 90s nostalgia
Yeah.
that felt very 90s. Outside of the makeup, it was very 90s. All right, thanks for listening. My name is Darius. That's D's all up in your area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. Jordan be writing on all socials.
Please rate, like, subscribe. We're at Moviegoers Pod on all socials. That is Moviegoers PD on Twitter as PD on Twitter.
And for any ongoing movie recommendations, reach out to us via email at moviegoerspod@gmail.com. That's moviegoerspod@gmail.com. That's a wrap. Thanks for coming to the movies with us. Next week, we're going to be reviewing Moonlight. Thanks for coming to the movies.